Namaste and a big welcome to the Ex-Christian Show, the insider view of Christianity from the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, love jihad is something we all have heard of, but it would come as a surprise to many that there is a Christian variant of it. This one may not be a deliberate and a schematic activity unlike love jihad, but the result is just the same, the succumbing of the Hindu to the Christian spouse's faith. Christians are intolerant to Hindu lifestyle and traditions. We've been seeing that. So much so that they consider it blasphemous to even partake in Hindu festivities. Yet, we find them in love with Hindu boys and girls, and they want to marry them. They may not trap the unsuspecting Hindu youth with the intention of proselytizing like their counterpart faith group, but once they have fallen in love or made the other person fall in love with them in a very natural process, of course, they want everything to go the Christian way. The wedding will have to take place the Christian way. The kids will have to be raised as Christians, so on and so forth. So even if love was the sole motive for their marriage, all the love is lost in the Christian spouse when it comes to forcing the Christian pill down the throat of his or her Hindu spouse. There's no meeting the Hindu spouse halfway. And this makes the very institution called interfaith marriage a hoax. There are no interfaith marriages. There is only interfaith love that eventually gets converted into an Abrahamic marriage. So what does this world look like? And how can Hindu kids be protected from falling prey to it? So let's know all this from our guest today, Dr. Dilip Amin. He's a medical researcher with a doctorate in pharmacology and has to his name 6 patents and 23 publications in the medical field. He is the founder of the interfaithshadi.org, through which Dr. Amin has guided 1,200 youths to settle in interfaith marriages. He is the director of the Peninsula Multi-Faith Coalition in San Francisco Bay Area, a certified speaker at Islamic Networks Group, and a Dharma Ambassador of Hindu American Foundation. Dr. Amin summarized his experiences with the youths he guided in his book titled Interfaith Marriage, Share and Respect with Equality. He's also the founder of hinduspeakers.org. Welcome to the Ex-Christian Show, Dr. Amin.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Amin, before we go into the conversation about the interfaith marriages and all that, I want to ask you, where does the name Amin come from? Because it sounds like a Muslim name.
Very true. Actually, I have advantage because when people see it's Amin, many Muslim think that it's one of us, and they start talking all those things. I could go to mosque and they tell me, show me everything. And then later on, they start suspecting that who is this guy really? Is he really? Nope, I'm Hindu. In Gujarat, there are many Amins. In 1803, that's almost 200 years before, my great-great-great-grandparents, Nandlal, he saved one Muslim guy, king. He was running around, somebody was going to kill him. So that Nur Khan was saved by my great-grandparents, Nandlal. And he was so honored and happy, and ultimately he becomes the king. And they gave our family this Amin award. So that's why I'm carrying that name. If nothing else, it really, this name helps me spying in the Islamic field, having this name. At least it's serving that purpose.
But the moment they come across your first name, it might disappoint you.
No, but again, there is a Dilip Kumar who was a movie actor. So people think that Dilip Kumar, yeah, he was a Muslim. Amin is Muslim. So I get away with it.
So you have that advantage. You do have that advantage. So you've guided about 1,200 youths, right, to settle in interfaith marriages. So what is the percentage of Christians out of the 1,200 people?
Yeah, so out of 1,200, it started in 2009, and I've been keep on guiding on the website. Roughly 300 are Christians. mainly Christians. One party is Christian, other is Hindu. There are also Christians and other party is Muslim, and also could be Christian and Buddhist.
Okay. Okay. So a total of 300 Christians.
Right.
So would you be able to tell us how many were Christian versus Hindus?
Probably most of them. We would say easily 250 or like that. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So of the 1,200 cases, how many were initiated by the Christian youth? As in between the spouses, I mean, between the two people that were in love, how many, in your understanding, would be the Christian initiation of the proposal, the love or proposal?
That's hard to say. Hard to say because people who comes to me, they generally are in love for 1 to 10 years, long time, and they come to me only when it's time to get married, and all those issues start coming up. So they have all those other issues in mind so much, so they don't talk as much about how it started. But I would say probably more Christian side, less Hindu side, 60-40.
I mean, the proposal came from the Christian side.
Correct, correct.
60% of the proposals. So, so that asking them how it all started is not part of your process.
No, we go through all kind of discussions because that's only gives us complete picture of what is their issues are. But their main issues are they want to get married. Both the sides of parents are involved, they are resisting, and then the church get involved. And as soon as church got involved, everything just goes to hell.
So, I mean, do you actually see the role of the church in this kind of proselytization? See, to me, this is a love proselytization or love conversion. So is the church actually involved in this kind of proselytization?
Church are very smart. The Christian side has to only say that I want to marry in my church. And normally the other party, Hindu side, says, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, I want to marry by Hindu way. Let's also marry by church. So, I mean, I would love to marry. Most of the Hindu girls get excited. Yeah, church wedding. I'll put on nice white dress and throw that bouquet and wonderful. But then just few months before they find it out that church says, start putting all those requirements that you want to marry in church, then first of all, you have to convert to Christianity. You have to be baptized and raised in Christian before you have the wedding, because they can perform only wedding up to Christians. They further make a request that you cannot have Hindu wedding. It is interesting that earlier church were adamant that you need to convert to Islam to Christianity before the marriage. It's so much. Now churches realize that the Hindus are, for example, Christians are for several generation Christians and Hindus are several generation Hindus. Now they unite here in love, Christians and Hindus. Normally Christian wants them to convert and make the Christian generations, and they want them to baptize and convert. Lately, I have noticed in last 10 years period, there is a trend, new trend. And that is the Hindu party, when they say convert, the Hindu party says, no, I don't want to convert. I'm Hindu. I'm whatever I am. So I will not convert. So in that case, what church does, and they come up with, it's just last 10 years, that they do is it's a skip generation conversion. That is, they says, okay, you remain Hindu, but you sign a promissory note that your further generations, children will be baptized and raised in Christian faith only. So basically they skip that Hindu and harvest the rest of the generations to Christian side.
Interesting.
Now,
very, very schematic.
This is something totally new I have observed, and it is not Indian media, they are not aware of this kid generation conversions. And to the extent, I have one case, Maya, who came to my website. And this is very interesting. What she says that both of them were dating for 3 years. They were really open-minded. They respect each other. The Christian guy says, I'll let you do everything Hindu way. We will have both weddings and whatever they discuss in workplace or in colleges. As soon as church got involved, church first told her to have a Christian wedding. So she was excited. Wow, that's an honor. And then change came by and says, you cannot have Hindu wedding. So the parent talk it out and they says, you have the Hindu wedding, but keep it a low profile. Let's nobody know it. So she says, what kind of Hindu wedding I can perform where I can be just, she says, okay, I'm in love. I will somehow work it out. We'll keep a Hindu wedding low profile. But then church came back and they says, she must sign this prenuptial agreement. And that agreement is in my book as well as on my website. And you have to sign all those agreements. And then she came to me that, admin, this doesn't make sense. I mean, I don't want to, I'm ready to, this is not the term we agreed to for so many years. I don't want to sign any kind of this agreement. So once she was in my hand, I really prepared her well that this is a really serious legal document. Because you are signing off that children will be raised only in Christian faith. I explained her, let's say 10 years down the road, there is a divorce. And there is a severe, fierce child custody battle. Both lawyers are fighting. You will lose your case. You will not have child custody of your own children because now you want to be Hindu versus you sign off that children will be Christian only. So naturally, judge will say children should stay on the Christian side. So I convinced her fully that there is nothing Hindu has to gain. Don't get signed any of those legal documents. Tell her you want to marry, I'm ready to marry, and that's about it. So finally, church realized she's not signing off. So church is not cannot say anything to this girl named Maya, but they are telling the Christian in-laws that if this Maya does not sign these documents, then the in-law has communion rights in their church. So they will take away the communion rights. Further, the Christian in-laws have a burial site in their church. And they will even take away that burial site. So, I mean, all those things, this poor Hindu girl is facing that she wants to go, she's 22 years old, she wants to go and please that those Christian in-laws and wants to make a good living. She wants to give. Versus now she becomes the thorn here. That because she's not signing this document, they will lose their communion rights, they will lose their burial site, so they cannot even go in peace when they are done with that. So all those tremendous pressure put on it. Now, any 22 years old girl, Hindu girl, what she will do at this stage? Here I was guiding her. If she go and tell her parents, they will not understand what's going on. So in most of the cases, they will just sign up. Okay, let's sign this document, problem is over. And that's where it ends. But here she was listening to me, and that's why she keep on resisting. Now you may ask a question that why this is a case of love jihad, if it is love jihad. Now in this case, the Christian boy agreed that we will be doing both, everything, equality, till this church get involved. Now when the church get involved, parents got involved, all those hullabaloo going on, it's a Hindu. Maya is running around asking me questions all over. She's in front. I said, what is your Christian boyfriend is doing who promised you all those things? He says, he's completely still. He says, you deal with them. Why Maya has to deal with the church? Why she has to deal with Christian parents? That's none of her business. He's an outsider. So the boy, as much as he never uttered a word, ideally he should have defended. This is my girlfriend. This is what we agreed. I'm also 22, 23 years old. And he should have protected. Instead of that, she dumped her to face all those anguish, pain, suffering. So inside, I'm sure that he's hoping that Maya will sign this document and he will have a Christian children. So you cannot prove, but this is the case of love jihad. They are clearly playing silent role. Now, again, this Christian boy knew this family. He was attending church, so he knew what exactly church is about. He never uttered all those words, never said what church will be doing during all those period when they were in love. He should have said, forget about church, let's find out another church, or let's get married by the Special Marriage Act. That's it. So that's what I'm trying to say, that it is, when Indian media talks about love jihad, they think of only Muslims only. That's a mistake. You need to factor in Christians, and they are equally jihadis, whatever word you want to use it, but they will not tolerate a Hindu in Hindu-Christian marriages. They will want them to convert. If they cannot convert, as I said, skip generation conversions, skip generation love jihad.
So what I see is proselytizing is the second skin that Christians wear, whether it's a professional career evangelist or a lay evangelist. Like in this case, it's the Christian boy. He's a lay evangelist. And the whole drama is a collective effort.
That is correct.
To get a new number into their Christian community. So the church is involved, the Christian parents are involved, the boy is already, he is the first step in the process. So this is a collective effort that's being made to just bring in another person?
That is exactly, you hit at the nail, that it is a collective effort. It's a whole community get involved. So as soon as they know that outsider Hindu comes, right away the whole community, whole church, they get together every Sunday, and there are so many restrictions, they have it. And everybody will start pressuring those parents. Many times that parents may not even want these things. They may be open-minded. But because of the tremendous pressure from the community, they cave in. And then so basically, yes, they cannot tolerate a Hindu in their life. Then why in colleges you get in love with it? Colleges, there should be laws that Christian cannot fall in love with Hindus unless they sign a prenuptial agreement that I'm going to dating. We will marry by Special Marriage Act only, and all those things upfront. Otherwise, it's a trap.
You think this is a trap? Like, I was trying to be soft about them and say that maybe they fell in love in the most natural process, and love was the motive for them to get together and to get married. So now that you are saying, you use the word trap. So I wonder if you really think it is a trap, like a deliberate trap, like the love jihad.
There are so many crying girls and boys I come across that they feel so painful because it's a 1 to 10 years they invested in this love, and they never think this is coming. Now on Christian or Muslim side, whoever is on the other side, that party, they were raised up in that family, that kind of environment, that's church that party was attending. So they were not aware what is it on the way. So either they were naive, or they were just out to have fun, and then later on they fall in love. So they knew what is it coming up front, but somehow they either did not thought deep about it. And in this case I gave, the boy just let Maya to deal with all those issues, run around and feel the pain, and he was just quiet, like he has nothing to do with that. And that is wrong.
Correct. And where are the Hindu parents in all of this? What is the role they are playing other than just crying and wailing that their child is going into the Christian fold? Other than that, what is the authoritative role that they are playing in this, if at all?
That's why I wrote the book. Hindu parents are completely naive. For example, the day when your son or daughter comes and tell you that, Mom, Dad, I'm in love with Muhammad, or I'm in love with Jennifer, they make a mess on the very first day. that as soon as your son or daughter tells you that I'm in love with Jennifer or Muhammad, they go so, berserk, and they tell the child that, beta, don't do interfaith. I told you so. And these Christians, they will convert you and they will not let you live peace. The Muslims, they break our temples and all that. You cannot talk like that, because the parents are not understanding that the day your child is coming and telling you, your child was in love for 1 to 10 years. And you cannot just by kicking on the foot, you go to, it's a solid love foundation there.
And with a solid intention to marry, whether the parent agrees to it or not.
Yeah, correct. And when parents start talking such a naive, nonsense way without realizing the reality, and then Hindu side says, hell with you. By the time that Hindu may be working on their own, or the Christian or Muslim side will say that we will support you fully. So because of their love, and they realize that Hindu parents are completely irrational, illogical, they don't understand anything. And so they just kick them out. Hell with you, I'm going to get married.
Let me just summarize this before you move on. So you are saying that for a parent to speak about the historical atrocities that Islam and Christianity has been indulged in is not actually helping the case, because then the Christian, the Abrahamic side gets sympathy. Exactly. In the mind of the Hindu kid, it's like, what's my mom? Why is she spewing hate on these people? All this boy or this girl that I have been in love with has only shown me love. And
very
look
true.
at my parents, they're just spewing hate on somebody who is capable of so much love. So yes, at that point, the Hindu kid just says, okay, mom or dad, you're not helping me in this. You only have so much hate on their ancestors. And these people, the kid that I'm in love with has nothing to do with any of that history. So here I go. Goodbye.
Further, the Christian side or Muslim side, whatever, they give them so much love. They all over them. They give them so much affections and love.
To the Hindu kid?
To the Hindu kid, correct.
Okay.
The reason is they know they have to convert them. And to convert somebody, to make them give up their religion, you have to give them a lot of love. So they will definitely give love, but the day they find it out that the party is not going to convert, they will kick that Hindu party out. So it's again conditional love, just till you convert. So what I am telling the Hindu parents, that on that day, play a trick, completely trick. Oh, beta, you going to marry Muhammad? No problem. We'll have a badi dham dhum se shaadi karenge. We will have a wonderful wedding. Oh, Jennifer, no problem. Christians, they are nice people. So first of all, your son or daughter says, you talking? All the time you've been bitching them. And now you're telling, yeah, why not? Beta, I trust you. You are smart, intelligent, and you always think who you're marrying to. So whatever decision you made it, must be right decision. So go for it. Other thing is, then what you do is the next 3 or 4 months, don't say anything. Just keep your ears open. Collect all the facts. Go meet all the relatives. Go meet their church. Go to their mosque and meet. And when you go to their mosque, make sure you put on the biggest bindi you can think of, nice sari. And then you walk to the mosque. And what will happen? When you enter the mosque, the imam will say, ladies, go in the back. Only guys can be in the front side. So right away, your daughter will start saying, wait, what's in our mandir? We go together. Why you are discriminating us? Still, you don't utter any word. Don't start saying, look, I told you so. See, no, don't act smart. After you are done 3-4 months, you know exactly where the things are falling. And then you start bringing up these things. And beta, I'm willing to do so much. My own whole community are going to kill me because I'm supporting you. Because you are marrying to Muhammad or you are married to Jennifer. So I'm willing to do so much. Why you are being, one thing I don't like, it's little things. So this is, what is it? I mean, Dad, Mom, you are so nice to me. I mean, what is bothering you? I want equality. So equality is the kind of thing that even though atheist Hindu or anti-Hindu Hindus, they still want equality, 50-50. So that's something that it sits in their mind. Equality, that's something we want. So we want equality. So why they are talking about religious conversion? I mean, you're in love, so go marry them. So you propose it, just the title of my book. This is the way we will share two faiths. Meaning we will have a Diwali, everybody comes, we'll have a big festan, go to mandir, and then you have a Christmas or Eid, we will go there, and we will do everything 50-50. To your children, we'll teach from Quran and we'll teach Gita side by side. We will teach from Bible and side by side. And no baptism, no sunat, no religious labeling, because once you give religious label on the child, that child is 100%. It's not a 50-50 anymore. And everything is 50-50 equality. So what will happen? Your son or daughter will say, I mean, that's everything what he's saying is very logical and you've been so fair to me. Don't worry, I will work it out. Now let them go to dating again. In 2 months, she is going to come back or he's going to come back and he says, I kicked that guy out. Wait, what happened? Because, I find it out that he does not want equality. He wants 100%. Children must be raised in Islam or Christianity especially. You must have a Christian church wedding, meaning no Hindu wedding. And you cannot teach from Gita anymore. So there is no way there will be equality. And that's why, so the point is, if you empower your son or daughter who are already 22, 25 years old by now, probably independently working now. So you empower them and then steer them, guide them properly. Again, my book is full of how to guide them. And then they will be so much well prepared and let them make their own decision, what is right for them. And after all that, for example, the other Muslim is really willing to raise children in two faiths and come to mandir and go to mosque and all that. I mean, we don't have nothing left to complain about it. Go for it. If there is such Muslim there, why not? So yes, you are very right. Hindu parents are totally naive about, they know Christian, yeah, they will convert you, but they don't know what is this conversion means. This skip generation conversion I mentioned, it's only the Hindu youth who is 18 years old has to sign this document. The Hindu youth will not even tell his or her parents that I have signed this document. So nobody knows. And parents keeps on bragging, that the John who is coming over, they are so nice. We had a wonderful church wedding and they were so nice. Nobody converted us. But they don't know that your daughter has signed this prenuptial agreement because it's only between two of them. So there is big andhandhandri going on. Hindu communities are completely naive. The tricks of Christians and Muslims, especially the skip generation conversions, that's even, it's not even in, nobody even know about it. So yes, Hindu parents have to start learning all those. I wholly recommend every Hindu parent should learn along with Gita, also Quran and Bible.
That is something I always stress upon. It's very important that the Hindu knows what the Abrahamic scriptures say. So part of my work is to educate the Hindus about what is there in the Bible, because they know nothing about it.
And I only recommend not to go to somebody to explain you what is Bible about, because what they will do is that they just selectively pieces they present in front of you. But instead of that, you just pick up Bible from Bible or Quran from library and read it yourself from one line to other. You are smart enough to make a judgment. And
I mean, Bible is not as complex as the Upanishads or the Vedas. I mean, Bible is just it is what you see in front of you.
Yep.
There is no hidden meaning to it. There's no hidden spiritual or metaphysical meaning or interpretation to it. It is what it is in front of you.
I was surprised in Bible. I counted something like 40 times it says, I'm a jealous God.
Oh, yes.
500 times it says, the word fear is used. And idol worshipping, not taking your prasad, crushing those different gods and throw it in the river, on and on and on. Same in Quran. Every page you will find something. As soon as it says something, right away it follows through that you do. If you don't do it, you should just crush their idols. To unbelievers, just kill them, and on and on.
Yeah, it's just a collection of do's and don'ts.
That is correct.
You've started this organization called interfaithshadi.org. How did it begin, and what was the motivation?
Yep.
What is it that you saw that you felt the need to start an organization like this?
Very true. I'm a lifelong scientist, 42 years cancer discoveries and a variety of medical discoveries. So I had no interest in religion. In 2006, my kids, they were in college, and idea comes to me, who they may marry to, because I start seeing a lot of their relatives, other friends, they start marrying to Christian, Jews, and Muslims in America. So I started taking interest in that one. Meantime, one of our distant relative, I learned that she is going to marry a Muslim. So I sit down and Google and start search. What does it mean? Meaning marrying a Muslim. And I start sweating. How can this be? Meantime, I got another wedding invitation from the church for one of the very close friend. So right away, this time I went to the church, straight to the church. And this priest, I asked them that, what does it mean? Tell me. And it's interesting that when you go and tell them, they tell you everything up front on that this is what will happen. They don't hide it. They don't feel it's something wrong they are doing it. So they told us, yes, you will have to sign this prenuptial agreement. As a matter of fact, I was in Ahmedabad, I was visiting, and I went to St. Xavier's College and met the priest over there. And I talked to the same thing, and he showed me that this is the prenuptial agreement. Hindus have to sign it. I said, is that right? Can you show me? And he actually opened his drawer. It was a drawer full of stacks and stacks of people who have signed those prenuptial agreement. And in India, it's on 20 rupees stamp with a photo attached, notarized documents. So it's a really serious legal document. And I was surprised it's a full drawer full of those documents he had it. So many Hindus, they fall for it. And because they are just too naive. They think other party is also same open-minded, but they are not.
I mean, open-minded would be a 50-50, meeting them halfway, right? A 50% Hindu and 50% Christianity in the family. So how can the Hindu kid think that the person that he or she is getting married to has an open mind?
In college, when they are in college or workplace, and when you are one-to-one, they don't tell all those other things. They just tell all those good things about the religion. We are open-minded. All those Bollywoods, they show nice, all the movies I see, that when they show a Hindu priest, oh my God, that something sneaky, he's going to do it. Versus when you see a Christian pastor, nice robe, and right away, and all of a sudden you realize that he's the one who saved some Hindus. So correct. They created the image that Christians are the good people, good things going on in the churches, irrespective of what's going on in churches in America. Let's not go there. But and same thing for Islam. All movies you see that who is the victim? Victim is the Muslim party is the victim, and the Hindu is the perpetrator. So in colleges, they are all open-minded. That is fine. Maybe genuinely they are open-minded there, but they don't realize once they are out of that bubble, love bubble area where everybody rah-rah going on. As soon as they are in a real life situation, and as soon as church get involved, as soon as imam got involved, everything will get turned around, upside down.